Hi and welcome back to Zoëthopia. We believe that knowledge is power. My name is Sue Robinson. I'm here to empower you through knowledge and motivation, and I'm not a professor. Let's get to learning. And in today's video, we are not just saying hi and welcome back to Zoëthopia. We are also actually saying hi and welcome back to a series that I personally love, where we look at the best audiobooks and podcasts for young women. It is so important for me on this channel to lift up young women. That is like my personal tagline, is like lifting up young women through knowledge and motivation. Although I do want to lift everyone up, but especially young women have a spot in my heart. I am a young woman myself, and I consume a lot of media on the go. And so I appreciate having like a podcast, having an audiobook somewhere where I can personally get knowledge and motivation myself that I can, use in my life and give to others. And podcasts and audiobooks are just such a great medium for that. And that is why I have this series, because it is important for me to recommend to you things that I know have personally helped me in my life. And so today we are talking about Girl Boss Radio, which is one of several podcasts that are made by like the Girl Boss Studio. So actually the way we're going to do this video is that I will first introduce the podcast and what it's about, or like sort of how it works. And then I'll give a little backstory on the founder and the company, and like how Girl Boss has all these different podcasts and everything, like what the company is. And then I'll just say a little bit about what I personally believe that it gives you and sort of why you should listen to it. So what the podcast is that you have a host. It used to be Sophia Amoruso. Right now it's someone else in our company. It sort of fluctuates. And the podcast host interviews one successful woman each week. And I'm not talking like, oh, she had a bakery in her hometown successful. I'm talking like founding Anastasia Beverly Hills successful. And it is always a woman. The host is a woman and the guest is a woman. And for me, it has been amazing, honestly, just seeing how many women there are who have these huge companies, these huge successes, and just be like, oh my God, she did this, she did this, she did this. It is incredible. And some different people they've had on, it's like they've had the actress Alyssa Milano, childhood hero of mine from Charmed, a high profile divorce lawyer called Laura Wasser, who's done, like huge celebrity divorces and like business owners in like the billions. Of course, beauty entrepreneur and YouTube pioneer Michelle Phan. Elaine Welteroth, who's like one of the the editors and journalists in like fashion. Hollywood producer Amy Pascal, who came up in like male-dominated Hollywood and made Little Women, like the old one, and new Little Women, and actually also Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse now recently, which incredible. And like I mentioned, the founder of Anastasia Beverly Hills, Anastasia Suar, which was one of the craziest episodes for me. Just seeing these women who come from literally nothing, from a poor country, coming to America and just building themselves up to have a billion-dollar company or several $billion. It is crazy. As you can see from that list, they have women in every single industry who have become like the top of that industry. So a little backstory on the founder. This podcast is a part of Sophia Amoruso's business, and Sophia Amoruso has a book called #GirlBoss, where she sort of documents her journey. But basically she started she started out and just really struggling and not living with her parents, having nothing, literally shoplifting. But she built a business by going to thrift stores with all this knowledge about fashion, making incredible deals, packaging up these things from thrift store and selling them through her own website, and eventually building up an incredible online store with both thrifts and her own brand, and selling that. And now she has like sort of a media company, and she has like, the book #GirlBoss. It became a huge expression, #GirlBoss, which is starting to get a little dated, but the concept itself is absolutely not dated. And in the confines of her book, it makes a lot of sense. They had a Netflix show, Girl Boss, which is also based on her life and her building up this business. And yeah, now she sold the company, but she has these she sold the original company, Nasty Gal, which it was called, with her thrifts and her brand. But she has these like incredible conferences. She has the podcast. She just is building a media empire. And so what does this podcast give you? It does give you real stories about how real women have built themselves up in different industries, giving you amazing insights into successful people, their mindset, honestly, the industries themselves, whether it's finance, whether it's streaming services, fashion, journalism, acting, modeling, everything. The show features women with massive variety, diversity from different countries, different ethnicities, backgrounds, everything. And it also obviously has an entertainment value. Even if you're not looking for knowledge and motivation, just listening to these women talk, a lot of them are entertainers themselves. It absolutely has a value of like, you're not going to be bored. To me personally, this is just, yes, it has knowledge, but it is just so incredibly motivational. Just seeing how you can come to a country with like $20 and be one of the biggest, like be a titan of industry by the time you're 50. It is, and if they can do it, you actually can. It is not a joke. Like all these different people, so incredibly different skill sets and backgrounds and everything, all being able to build themselves up to this level, it shows a lot. And best of all, it is all women and it is free. So like, what is even the issue? So if you like this series, definitely let me know and I will continue on it. I do have a lot of other different medias that I would love to share with you and sort of what the value is. And I will see you soon. Bye.